We're really excited about winning this game, because of the respect that we have for Dayton and their program. We've talked about that the last couple days. They're a program that is a winning program that plays hard, that has a standard for how they do things. And we knew in order to win this game, we were going to have to match that tonight. And so I thought the last 2 days in preparation, our guys were really good, locking into what we wanted to try to do against them. And really, the first 20 minutes of basketball, I told these guys in the locker room, I'm just kind of starting my fourth year now. It's probably the best half of basketball that we've played on both ends. In my time coaching at Northwestern, to hold that team to 4 for 28 from the floor, for us to score 40 points and shoot 52% from the field against a really hard-nosed defense, I thought was just a great 20 minutes. And then to Dayton's credit, we knew they weren't going to give up. And I thought they wore us down a little in the second half. I thought we got a little bit tired. I had to extend some guys some minutes because of foul trouble. Skelly was in foul trouble a lot. So we had to extend some minutes, and we just had to gut out like that last 8 minutes and withstand their runs and their pressure, and we did that. And certainly Sanjay, was magnificent. He was awesome. His rebounding, his defense, his offense, he was the guy. He sets the tone for us, and he did that in a big way. Vic did a great job. Scotty, Brian, I can go down the list, but big-time win for us. This was a game that we knew was going to be a high-level game, and we were able to answer the call and play good basketball and win, which is a great feeling.
Let's take questions for the players, and then we'll dismiss the players and take questions for the coaches. Okay. Here, second row.
Sanjay led the team in scoring with 14 and led the team in rebounding with 14 out of 11 in the first half. Sort of what was going right for you in that first half and then sort of throughout the entire game, really?
We did a great job, sharing the ball. We knew coming in that there was an opportunity for, me and Gavin to, be playmakers, shoot shots when they're open, get in the paint and share the ball. And we just were playing the right way. Things were clicking on all cylinders for us. And I was just trying to stay aggressive on the glass, collect as many rebounds as I could. And, we played a great first half and, great win for us.
Both Vic and Sanjay, how excruciating were those final few minutes for you?
Obviously, they made a great run in the second half, and, they made plays. We stepped up, and it was, they're going to make runs, and obviously, we it's a bad answer, I'm sorry.
A 50-year senior should have a better answer than that.
Vic.
It's a bad answer. He should know better. He's an old guy now.
Give us the truth. Seriously, how excruciating was that, Vic? Was it?
At the end of the game, like Sanjay said, just reiterating, the game was all about runs, especially with a good team like Dayton. We knew, they were going to make their push at the end. And, in games like this last year, I think, we weren't as mentally tough, and sometimes, we might have turned the ball over. Or, even in games earlier this season, we had to take our lumps down the stretch of games, the Notre Dame game. And I think we learned from our mistakes. And we're coming through now. We're becoming a lot more mature.
Question
just to go off of that, I would say, this showing the growth of this team and this program. In years past, this was a game that maybe we would have given up that lead in the second half, and we maybe, went to win that game, went to make those tough plays. A lot of guys stepped up, made big free throws down the stretch. And, it was great to see that growth, as Vic just said, and, it's mature of us.
Thanks, Sanjay. Question from the back left.
This one's for Vic. I know, obviously, big picture, great win against a team like Dayton that has a history. It's going to look good on the resume. But for you, on a personal level, with Kyle Davis and Kendall Pollard, was there any other extra motivation, or does it mean a little bit more to go against kids from the city like that and get the win here in Chicago?
I think just first and foremost, I think any game you're playing today is super important against anybody. But, this was our home game. We're Chicago's Big Ten team, and it's the United Center. So, yeah, they're Chicago kids, but they go to Dayton, and we had to take care of our home court.
Thanks, Vic. Front row.
For both Vic and Sanjay, the collective experience that you guys have, is that beneficial to you in overcoming, when they go on a run and you can kind of hunker down and really, hold off their last stand there?
Yeah, absolutely. We've, Vic and I we've played in some very close games in our careers here. And, as I said, this is a great step in the right direction for us. we showed that growth. Big win for us. And obviously we're going to pass this, use this experience. And it's great for the younger guys to, get a win like this. And, some games are going to be like that. You got to grind it out in the second half.
Thanks, Sanjay. We'll let the players get back to the locker room now, and we'll take questions for Coach. Front row, left. Go ahead, sir.
Chris, with as much respect as you have for Dayton and you and the players, that first half went so smoothly. You're up 23 at halftime. Is there any way you can, avoid not letting down at least a little bit?
You guys follow basketball. It's games are so long, and as well as you played, you're sitting there at halftime, and you're kind of saying, man, it's not going to go that well. Our defense was terrific. They missed shots. We made shots. You knew there was going to be some sort of a run. I was hoping it didn't get down to 3, but you knew they were going to come out. I mean, that's what Archie's about. That's what their program's about. I knew they weren't just going to lay down. So we really talked at halftime about trying to play the score 0-0. And as much as you say that, it's tough because you feel like you got a 23-point cushion. And I think more than our guys trying to protect the lead, I thought we got fatigued. I just did. I thought we got tired. I thought we expended a lot of energy the first 30 minutes, and I think we were still up. We were still up about 20. Taphorn hit that 3. I don't know what made the score right in front of our bench, but it was close to about 20, maybe 18. And then I thought we were just kind of trying to get through the rest. I mean, I every dead ball, I saw guys on their knees, and I just kept telling them 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes. And I thought more than us, not wanting to win or not expecting to win. I just thought their quickness and athleticism kind of wore us down a little bit, and we were just trying to get to the finish line. And fortunately, we were strong enough and did enough things to do that.
Chris, you frequently talk about taking the next step as a team, as a program. Mm-hmm. You've beaten Texas, you've beaten Wake Forest, you've beaten Dayton. What steps have you guys taken over the last couple months?
Well, I just think we're a team that believes we're good. whether we are or not, that's up for you guys to determine. But, we come into games like this believing we're going to win. And that's to me the steps we've taken. I think in the past we've had good attitudes, and we've come into games like this hoping that we'd play well. We certainly don't play to lose, but maybe not having that belief that, we're supposed to win games like this. And I thought coming into this game these last 2 days, our guys had an attitude that this is a game we're supposed to win. And I love that. I mean, that's what the good programs do. We have a long way to go. We're not close to where we want to be. We still have to get healthy. We got to get our big guy back. I think we got a lot better basketball to play. But from what we've been through, the schedule we've played through 11 games, I think we've played 6 high major opponents in 11 games. To be 9-2 and with the 2 losses to be last-second losses to play teams like Butler and Notre Dame. You got to feel good about where we're at, and I know our guys do, and we just got to keep plugging along, man. This journey is a marathon. It's you can't get ahead of yourself, and we learned a little bit of a lesson like that a couple nights ago. You start kind of assuming, how you're going to play and assuming results, and it doesn't work out like that. And so you got to take every game, you got to lock in, and you got to be ready to play, and that's going to be our challenge as we head forward.
We'll take one last question from the back right here, Steve.
Thanks. Hi, Chris. Kind of a tough question. You've got this game here with respect to Chicago's Big Ten team and Vic calling it a home game, and there are many, many more Dayton fans in the crowd, and they're making a whole lot of noise. And it doesn't.
There were. I didn't hear them.
It doesn't really feel like a home game. What does it signify that the balance was what it was on a night like this in Chicago?
The balance in terms of what do you mean?
Of fans.
Oh, I try not to pay attention to the fans. I'm watching the floor. I couldn't have told you. I get locked into the floor. So I know our guys take pride. Half of my team's from the state of Illinois. Our guys take pride of that. I grew up in the Chicagoland area. I take great pride in being from Chicago. Whether we are what we are or not what we are, we viewed this as an awesome opportunity. Our school's real close from here. We considered this a home game. We bust here in 30 minutes. So it's pretty close to home. And, I couldn't even tell you where the fans. I was locked into the game. So if I know Dayton has a great fan base, so they probably had a lot of people here. I've grown up watching them play, and they sell out their building every night. So I'm not surprised that they traveled because they have a great program and a great fan base. And that's something that we aspire to have. As we get better, you gotta win though, and that's my answer to everything. What are you gonna do? You got to just keep winning, and everything else will take care of itself. We got to stay single-minded. We got to lock in. We got to just take care of what we can control, which is how we play every night on the floor.